This video is sponsored by F1 Delta Time. F1 Delta Time is the officially licensed F1 game from Animoca Brands running on the Ethereum blockchain. In F1 Delta Time, you buy NFTs, racing cars, components, drivers, and tyres. You put them together in your workshop, and then you can go off and race the daily time trial. This is different tracks under different weather conditions, and at the end of the week, the top placed players gain rewards. There's also a staking mechanic, which means you can stake cars that you are not using in the game and gain the in-game cryptocurrency called Rev. The game is now launching its 2020 season with a new set of NFTs and is also now experimenting with NFTs that allow you to own parts of the track, which means anytime players race on that track, you also gain some Rev token. You can check it all out at f1deltatime.com. Thanks for the sponsorship. Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So we're back in Blankos block party and just a quick dip into what's going on into the store. So the game has now gone from the private beta now into an open beta. So the private beta was people who'd bought NFTs and people who had signed up to the email list, and now it's the open beta. So pretty much anyone who wants to can get in. I guess what I'm interested in is the blockchain bit of it, which is the NFT bit of it. So without going into all the detail about Blankos is very much designed to be a kind of a mainstream blockchain game. Doesn't mention blockchain, just kind of doesn't even really mention, or doesn't mention NFTs as a concept. Just mentions these kind of cool avatars, and you go into the store and kind of take it from there really. So what's happening here is that the original 4 NFTs that were available in the founders packs are about to expire. So it's about an hour to go before these 4 or the 4 original avatars characters are no longer available. So we can see here there's kind of been a bit of a debate, at least for me, around the transparency around how many packs are available, how many characters are available. So we can see here this was the cheapest pack. Yeah, this is the cheapest avatar, and with it's a pack because you get the avatar and you get various other things in the pack as well, accessories and stuff. But we can see the maximum was 6,500 of this particular character, and there's less than 50% left. So it's still not great transparency, or it's still not a very granular transparency. We can see here was this the taco pack. This character here, there were 5,500 of those, and I'm guessing more than 50% left because they've not got the less than 50% left kind of tag on. And then there was the this guy here, Billy Bones, who I think is probably the coolest character. Less than 50% of those from 4,500, and one character is actually sold out. So the boss pack, which was the most expensive, $150, 3,500 of those they've gone first, I guess, because people are buying those because they think they're the most expensive, so they're the best kind of sort of value. Obviously, when it comes to NFTs, actually, what might be these ones might be more valuable because it looks like there's less of those being bought. And once the at midnight tonight, any one of these packs that hasn't been bought are going to be basically destroyed, or in blockchain terms we call it being burnt. So effectively they won't be available anymore. And obviously with blockchain stuff, the scarcity is what matters, not the price at which they were originally bought at. So that's kind of interesting. We'll see how that plays out. But now what we're seeing is some of these other characters are now coming in. So these are I guess kind of the next wave of characters. So these are not being sold in kind of packs. You just buy these characters as kind of one-offs. And we can see here that they are, so there's now 5 of these characters. It's interesting that again we're not seeing these as being defined in terms of how many there are. So this is now the open beta edition. So there may be other versions of these, I guess. We've already seen with Billy Bones, there's different versions of him. He's kind of an ongoing character, but there's different versions of that character. But we're not seeing how many of these ones are available. We're just seeing this is the open beta edition of Mayo. That's how you pronounce it. Again, Lumberjack. This is the open beta edition. There may be other editions of him. We'll wait and see. We don't really know at the moment for Blankos quite how they're going to roll out their NFT kind of creation kind of cadence. Because one of the issues, I guess, with blockchain games is people can be a little bit nervous about, while there only may be a limited edition of a certain number, there could be a very similar sort of edition in a month's time at a different price. So that's something that developers have to obviously be aware of, and most of them are very aware of. But it's something you have to basically understand how the developer's going to deal with that sort of kind of retailing. Because obviously what you want, and you'd assume what the retailer wants, is they want to enable people to buy these, and then the majority of the sales obviously then be happening peer to peer. So why they don't want to kind of make the players make tons of money, they do want players to have the ability to make money, and getting that balance right, I think is actually fairly difficult. So this game's still in now open beta, so we don't really know. We haven't really got a lot of data points. We don't really know how many people are buying these things. But yeah, we'll see. So I think, let me go. So let's have a quick look while we're here. Let's have a look at my. So it's the shelf is where they kind of is basically your storeroom. They call it the shelf because obviously all these are like vinyl toys inspired by the vinyl toy kind of industry, and a lot of the designers here are the vinyl toy designers. So this is my shelf. This is where you see the characters that I've got. So I think, unless I've done something bad, that I've got like one of each so far that have come out. So I've seen some videos where people have like multiple, tons of these. I've not gone that far, but I've got one of everything. So this guy here, the red guy, is the default NFT you get. So if you just play the game and don't spend any money, this is what you get. This little red guy. All these other ones are the ones that I have bought. So we can see here, this is the one. This is this boss guy, boss dino. He's the only one that's sold out so far in the founders pack. As I say, we've got these two Billy Bones. So there's a Billy Bones gold and just a Billy Bones not gold. So some of these have founders packs on. These were the ones you kind of bought as packs and got accessories and some of the in-game currency. So I've only opened one of them, this guy here, and I've equipped him with some of the horns that I got in the Billy Bones gold pack. It gets a bit complicated. So one interesting thing that the developers have done is there's not a marketplace to sell yet, but they have this idea that you can obviously sell any character in the game, but you can sell these kind of unopened boxes. So these are mint boxes, and if I opened the character and went and played with him, then I could sell him on again, but he wouldn't be a mint character because he wouldn't be in his box, which is, to some degree you could think that is a bit ridiculous. In other ways you could, it's a way of kind of creating some form of scarcity, I suppose. This guy here is interesting, the camo one. He was a free one that you got for playing the private beta, but all these other ones have just been available for purchasing. So you suddenly end up with quite a lot. And you can see all these says season 00. So this is the season while the game is not officially launched. I guess when the game officially launches, you'll get season 1, and then as time goes on, you'll get season 2, and I won't be collecting them all at that stage. I think the ability of the developer to create a lot of content, more than most normal people, if I assume I'm a normal person, can be buying, will probably be the case. So if this game is a success, there's going to be lots of different seasons, and I guess we'll see lots of different rarities over time as well. So I don't think it's something that most people would expect to collect everything of. You'd probably be choosing the ones you really like the best. I mean, I say like Billy Bones was really cool. I like the actually like the El Char. He's one of the kind of defining characters when the game was being marketed. We'll see what other ones I think I will keep, but we wait and see. Anyway, I do think for all that's said and done with Blankos, I've been a big kind of enthusiast for Blankos. It's got a long way to go. I think the open beta people will, the developer will learn a lot, particularly the user generation stuff. We'll do some videos about that. So I'm not going to say anything about that to the beginning, but I think that the strongest part of this game is definitely these characters. These are, no other blockchain game has such strong kind of visual design. Just put it that way. And I think this is just the start of what will be happening in this game. So that's something to look forward to, I guess, at least while I can afford to buy them. So thanks for watching the video. This is Blockchain Gaming World. If you're interested in blockchain games, please do subscribe. This is what we cover pretty fanatically. So hopefully it's interesting for you. But hope you enjoyed the video, and see you again soon.